Hi guys, it's Anushka. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 2 of the Beginner Pilates Form Fundamentals program. Day 1, we talked about how to engage your core, which is definitely one of the most important things in Pilates. Today we're going to talk about tabletop, bird dog position, and anything where you're on your all fours, making sure we have all the form right so you don't feel any pain in your neck, in your wrists, and so on. Let's go and get started into our warm-up. Just starting off by rolling out our wrists here. We're going to do a quick little glute workout as well, including a little core workout. Then we'll start off by rolling out our ankles, tapping out your toes, and then bringing your knees about mat width distance apart, spreading the hips out wide. Arms come out in front of you. We'll take 3 big hip circles to the right hand side, center, left, and back. You have 2 more. Stretching it out here. And give me one last one. Really warming up those joints. Let's take it on the left hand side all the way around. Opening up your hips, your shoulders for 2. And one last one. Bring it all the way back in. All right, from here, bring those knees back into center. Go ahead and tuck your toes behind you. We'll come right up and towards our downward facing dog. Finding your first pedal of the feet, rolling out your calves, getting the heels close down towards the mat. Keep breathing through this. And then we'll lift right leg up into 3-legged dog, all the way up, bending your right knee in, shifting your weight forward, knee to nose. Exhale, you reach it out. 2 more like this. Bring it in, squeeze. Exhale, reach. One last one. And press. Step into your low lunge. Right foot forward, left knee comes down. From here, you lift your left knee up a couple inches. Find your tap. Little lift and tap. Nice, guys. Last 2. And one last one. Drop it down. Left palm stays down. You open up on your right hand side. Big deep breath. You can roll out your wrist. Then from here, right arm comes all the way back down, coming on towards your back leg. Reaching for your right toe in your half split. Feeling that nice stretch in your hamstrings. You can always start at your knee and work your way down. And then we'll bring right knee forward. Stretch out your hip flexors on the left hand side. And we'll take a little bit of movement. Rock it back and forth. And one last one. And in. All right, palms come down. Go ahead and step back in towards your downward facing dog. Second pedal of the feet. Little squeeze. And then we'll lift left leg up into 3-legged dog all the way up, bending your left knee and shifting your weight forward, knee to nose. Exhale, you reach it back. 2 more like this, bring it in. Exhale, reach. One last one. And out, low lunge. Left foot forward, right knee down. We lift our right knee up a couple inches, tap it out. Little lift and tap for 2. And one last one, bring it in. Right palm stays down, open up on your left hand side, roll it out. And then we'll bring left palm all the way back down, coming onto your back leg. Reaching for your left toe here, stretching out your hamstrings. And then we'll bring left knee forward, get the hip flexors on the right hand side. All right, once those feel open, you can take a little bit of movement, rocking back and forth. Last 2. And one last one. In and back. All right, so now that we're a little bit warmed up, we're a little looser, we can go ahead and meet back in towards our tabletop position. Also, I forgot to mention, you're going to need no equipment for this, for the entire challenge, no equipment. I just really want you to get into your form, get in tune with your body, so we don't need any of that. Okay, first things first. When anyone says come into tabletop position, you always want to make sure that your shoulders are stacked right over your wrists. A lot of times I see that people bring their arms out too far and they're kind of stretching out in tabletop position, or your arms are too close in and you're kind of just like dangling with your feet. So make sure you are even here. Those knees also, you don't want your knees to be too far out where you're starting to kind of feel like your back is hinging down and you're starting to feel the pressure in your wrists. Go ahead and make sure you square those hips out. Just in the center, back is going to stay entirely flat. I should be able to put a little cup of water glass on your back and it shouldn't curve, shouldn't move or curve in this way. So that's number one, is coming into your tabletop position. So here, I know sometimes we can have sensitive wrists. If your wrists are starting to feel like they're hurting, you can always come onto your fists. Sometimes in these positions, I also recommend either getting a mat like the one that I have that folds in for some extra cushion. You can always just use a block, a blanket, anything. I always recommend any move that you do if you feel like something is hurting. Nothing should be hurting. Please use modifications, add some support. There's no shame in that. You should just be in a comfortable challenge. All right, from here, bird dog position. So this is a very common position. If you've done my workouts before, we've done this a lot. From here, you have your right leg extended all the way out. Left arm comes up. So here, when you're in your bird dog position, I'll do the other leg so you guys can see. When you're here, before we get there, there's a lot of little moving parts. First things first, I want you guys to focus on is keeping your head facing right at the top of your mat. You don't want to go ahead and look up here. If you're in a studio class, a lot of times girls will look up into the mirror and look at themselves. You don't want to do that. For a little check, it's totally fine, but if you're keeping your head up the whole time, guess what happens to your back? Fully curves. And at this point, you're going to leave class with a ton of back pain and no core engagement. So make sure you keep your head facing forward. Keep your core tucked right here. Pull it in, little squeeze. So here, you should never let your core just hang loose. Lower belly, your belly button always tucks in. Once you're here, this time we'll extend out our left leg out. Right arm comes all the way out. You're keeping your head facing down, chin is out of your chest. Shoulders are stacked right over your wrists. This is your proper form position. You can also come onto your fists. Once you're here, let's go ahead and lift our left leg up. Here, you want to make sure your left leg is not lifting all the way high here in your leg lift, all right? Because what happens here? Your back starts to curve again. Make sure when you're doing a leg lift in your bird dog position, you're only lifting as high as your glute. Here, you want to think about keeping your lower core tucked in, back stays straight on your lift, and you're squeezing right the center of your left glute. All right, let's go ahead and add this arm. Arm comes forward, find your balance. You're keeping your core tucked. Left leg is extended, only in line with your glute. Slow and controlled, you tap it down. So here, a lot of times I like to recommend if you're in a class in person or you're doing a YouTube workout, if it's too fast for you, sometimes certain classes are going at the beat of the music, which is super fun. But if you are not there yet, I don't want you to be doing moves like this. All right, we don't want to use momentum. Always make sure you're going slow on the way up and coming down the same way you went up. Little squeeze and tap. Keep this going here. Lifting up left leg with right arm, little inch. You got it. Making sure our core stays tucked on our way up. Squeeze and tap. Nice, guys, you have 4. From here, we're already starting to feel that little burn. For 3, last 2. And you have one last one. Drop it down. This time, meet me here. Both legs are lifted. We crunch in. Right elbow to left knee. Exhale, you reach it all the way out. Extend. Keep the head down here. Bring it in. Exhale, we squeeze all the way out. Nice, guys. Inhale. Exhale out. Little crunch. And reach. So good. Don't drop this leg. You got it. And lift. You have 5. Let's reach it out. Give me 4. So strong. Last 3. And reach. Keeping the back straight here. 2 more. Head is down. Core is tucked. 1 last one. Reach it out. Go ahead and tap both arm and leg down. From here, we take an inhale. You lift both arm and leg up. You sweep it over towards your left toe. Little sweep. Bring it all the way back to center. Don't drop it yet. And then we slow and control tap it down. Exhale, you lift it up. Keep your core tucked. Reach it out. Forward and in. Nice, guys. Give me 4. So here, you might notice that your right hip, your right glute is also starting to feel that burn. That's totally normal. That's how it's supposed to be. You want to make sure you use your standing leg, so the leg that's on the ground, to help anchor you down. Give me 3 more like this, guys. So strong. Bring it in. Last 2. Little reach. Out and in. 1 last one. Keep the right hip where it is. Don't move it. Little squeeze and tap. Great job, guys. All right, let's go ahead and transition a little bit. From here, we're going to come onto our right elbow. So your elbow is going to be parallel to your mat. Find that full little cross. Left arm is going to come slightly off of the mat here. So anytime that you're in now a elbow bird dog position, so we're going to get more into the legs. If you see this in class, make sure you put your left arm a little bit farther away from you. Don't have it on the mat because then you're going to feel cramped up in your shoulders. We don't want that. All right, left arm is a little farther out, always squaring those hips to the center. Don't let your hips fall over to one side. You keep it right in the center. Left leg extends all the way out here. Take an inhale, all the way straight back behind you. On your exhale, you lift up with this left leg. Keep your head facing right at your fingers. Only lifting your left leg as high as your glutes, all right? And what's going on with your lower core? You're keeping it tucked. Don't let it hang loose. Fully squeezed in. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, you reach it up, little tap. You got it. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, reach, tap. Just in line with the glute, and you stop right there. Little inch. Making sure you're staying anchored with your right hip, not moving it over to the right side. Don't let it dip. Give me 5 here. Good. For 4, I'm already getting sore here without any equipment. For 3, 2, squeeze, and 1 last one. Keep it lifted. We're gonna pulse it up. Little inch, little inch. You got it. Little squeeze, keeping your core tucked. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, don't drop this leg. Bring the heel in into a hamstring curl. Extend it out and in. Knee stays up here. All the way out, squeeze. Bring it in and release. Keeping your core tucked, chin is out of your chest. You want to gaze right at the top of your mat. Exhale, reach. You got to give me last 4. And reach. For 3, little inch, last 2. Core is tucked, 1 last one, and reach. From here, go ahead and bring this left knee in. You got it. Take a break if you need one. You can stretch out this right glute for a second. From here, we're gonna come back with both hands down, get into some fire hydrants. So, fire hydrants are another common one that people make a lot of mistakes on. Want you to make sure that when you're back into your tabletop, shoulders are right over those wrists. Take an inhale here. We're going to lift up this left leg. Exhale, left leg reaches up towards the left side. So here, I really want you to make sure we're not digging deep into this left side. You don't want to come all the way down onto this right hip. Left leg lifts all the way up. Your right hip stays in the center. It doesn't move at all. I know it's going to feel a little painful, but that's how we strengthen our hip flexors and our side glutes. Slow and controlled, you bring it back in. Exhale, you reach it all the way out. Open up those hips out wide. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, squeeze. So here you want to challenge yourself to keep everything else in the center except for your left leg. Nothing else here is moving except for this left leg that's opening all the way back up. You got it. Little squeeze. Bring it in. Another option is you can also do this coming down onto your right elbow like we did earlier, left arm up. This will just really get further in towards your glutes. This is another option as well if you have sensitive wrists and you just want to come down onto your elbows. Last two, guys. Reach it up, little squeeze and in. One last one, lift, bring it in. All right, meet me down here if you're not already down here onto your elbows. We're going to extend out our left leg out towards the left corner. So meet me there by the left corner. From here, we take a little rainbow. Rainbow it out towards the right, lift it up towards the left. So here, you're taking a tiny little squeeze right below your belly button. Challenge yourself here to keep your right hip in the center. Now that we're moving left and right, your right hip is going to want to move with you. Don't let it. Last three. Bring it in. Whew. For two. Who said no equipment could not be hard? I am shaking. One last one. Little tap. And lift. Meet me here on the left corner. Last little move. We lift it up. Circle it out right here. Little circles. You got it. Little squeeze and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Whew. Take a child's pose, guys. So strong. Stretch it out in the shoulders. And stretch out the right glute. Great job. All right, from here, go ahead and switch it out. Let's take the other side. We'll extend our right leg out this time. Left arm comes all the way up in front of us, making sure shoulder is stacked right over your wrist here. Don't let it move too far. All right, from here, we take a little squeeze. You lift up your right leg. Keep your core tucked. Slow and controlled, tap it down. Exhale, you lift it up, reach. Slow and controlled, little tap. Exhale, you reach it up, tap it down. Beautiful, guys. Only in line with your glute here, little squeeze and tap, using your left hip to help keep you in the center. We both, cut that part out. All of us have different sides that are stronger than the other, so don't worry if one side feels a little more than the other. Little lift and tap. All right, let's go for 5 here. Squeeze. For 4, you can always take modifications, but I also challenge you to keep it the same on each side so you're even. You want to give each side the same energy. 2 more. Little squeeze. And one last one. Lift it up, reach. Stay right here. We're going to crunch in. Elbow to knee. Squeeze. Exhale, reach it out. Head stays down. Elbow to knee. Using your core here on your balance. Now here, if this is feeling too advanced for you, you can always go out, tap the toe down. Extending both arm and leg and keeping them up is really using your core muscles to help stabilize you. We're adding a bit more core into here. You have 4 like this. Little squeeze. Give me 3. You got it. Squeeze. Last 2. Lift. And one last one. Reach it out, drop it down. From here, let's go ahead and lift both arm and leg. We're gonna sweep it over to your right toe here, little tap. Reach it back, drop it down. Exhale here, lift. Reach it back, tap, and in. So strong. Keep breathing here. Little reach. Crushing it, guys. Inhale. Let's go for 3. Thinking about your side obliques here on your lift. 2 more. Reach. This is definitely my weaker side on this left hip. One last one. Lift it up, squeeze. Little sweep all the way out and tap it down. All right. From here, go ahead and come onto your left elbow, parallel to the mat. Right hand is going to come slightly off of the mat here. Once you're here, starting off with extending your right leg all the way back. Find that full extension, keeping your head facing down at the very top of the mat. Core stays tucked here, don't let it curve. Exhale, we lift it up, just a little tap, squeeze, bring it back down. Little lift, reach it up and down. You got it. Squeeze and in. Left hip stays in the center. Challenge yourself not to move anything else except for your right leg. Little inch and in. Let's go for 5. Squeeze. You have last 4. And give me 3. So close. Last 2. Let's go. One last one. Little lift. Bring it down. From here, lift your right leg up. Keep it lifted. Hamstring curl. Bring it in and extend. Here, you want to keep those knees up. You got it. Flex your toes on the way in. Point on the way out. Inhale and exhale. Let's go for last 4. Little squeeze. For 3. Core is tucked. You're almost there. 2 more. Exhale, reach. 1 last one. All the way out. Bring it in. Drop it down. Go ahead and bring it back in towards your fire hydrant. You can come up here to start off. Just balancing out your left hip. Take an inhale. Exhale, we open up towards this right side, little squeeze. Tap it in. Careful here that as you open up, you're not digging into your left side. You're keeping it in the center. It takes some practice. So right now, if you are digging in, it's totally okay. Take it slow and controlled. All the way up. You can also come down here onto your left elbow, and it'll just make it a little bit more intense on the lower body, but it'll take pressure off of your hands. Squeeze, bring it in, and reach. You got it. Give me 4. Whew. Thinking about your side obliques on this lift. Last 3. Let's reach. Give me 2. Open it up. Squeeze. 1 last one. Little reach. Bring it in from here. Right leg comes all the way over to your right corner of the mat. Let's take a rainbow. You lift it up. Squeeze. Tap it over to the left. Exhale, lift. Tap it down. You got it. Really challenge yourself to keep your left hip in the center here. Chin is out of your chest. Head's facing right at the very top of your mat. You got it, guys. Take an inhale on your lift. Exhale, squeeze. Let's go for 3. Woo. Give me last 2. And 1 last one. Meet me here towards the right corner of your mat. Little taps. We're going to lift it up. Squeeze to the right corner. Tap it down. Little lift and tap. You have last 2 before we circle it out. You got it. Finish strong. 1 last one. Bring it in. Let's circle it out right here. Little inch. You got it. Let's go. For 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Wow, that was a tough one. My glutes are screaming. Shake it out. Stretch it out. I always feel like after teaching so much Pilates, I'm like, oh, no equipment's going to be fine. And then I do it and humbles me every single time. All right, guys, that was your bird dog series, little glute workout, little ab workout. Let's just do a quick little cool down. Meet me all the way back down. Knees come in towards your chest. We'll take a quick figure 4, left leg over right. Pulling your right thigh in. This feels so good after a glute move. And just take some sways side to side. Deepen the stretch here in your left glute. Then go ahead and tap your left toe all the way over to your right hand side, gazing over to your left. Take an inhale. And exhale, let it go. And then we'll bring it all the way back to center. Switch it out. Right leg over left. Left leg comes in. Take some sway side to side. And then we'll go ahead and tap right toe all the way over to your left side, gazing over to your right. Take an inhale and exhale, let it go. Bring it back to center. We'll take a little massage of our lower back towards the right hand side and then towards the left. And then slowly lift up your head, neck, and shoulders up off of the ground. Give yourself one last little hug, forehead to knee, and we'll slowly work our way up to seated. Great job, you guys. That was day 2 of your beginner challenge. Tomorrow, we're going to be working on side plank, side lying series and proper form for that, because that one is definitely another most common mistake. I really hope that you learned something from this and that this was helpful. Please leave a comment below and let me know. You can always message me as well. Happy to chat about it. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. I post there every day more workouts if you'd like to check that out. And I will see you for day 3. Bye.